It's the world's ultimate kicking competition. The best martial artists on the planet battle head-to-head to see who has the best kicks and tricks. Welcome to Red Bull Kick It. Coming up in the programme, we bring you all of the action from the home of Taekwondo, Seoul in South Korea. We get an inside look at a local legend's preparation. And we chat to last year's runner-up, Shin. But first, here's Kick It co-commentator Travis Wong to explain what it's all about.
Red Bull Kick It has become the world's premier freestyle kicking competition. Its unique concept has allowed extreme Taekwondo practitioners and martial arts tricking experts to compete head-to-head in the ultimate high-flying, board-breaking showdown to determine who is the world's best kicker.
Athletes will be tested in up to 3 rounds. Round 1, freestyle tricking, a discipline combining kicks with flips, twists, and even dance moves. Round 2, board breaking, where wooden boards are broken with pinpoint precision, and if there is no clear winner, a 3rd round tiebreaker will determine who moves forward.
Now, there will be 5 judges at this year's competition, and they each have a category that they're in charge of judging themselves. It ranges everything from kicking technique to battle strategy, all the way down to overall style and creativity and impression you left on the judges.
We're judging pretty much mainly when they go upside down, but kind of their creativity with doing such, but also their twisting ability. So the way they can combine their twisting, their acrobatics going upside down, as well as combining that with their kicks.
Overall, they need the whole package. They need to trick well, they need to have their own identity, their own style. But if you're just trying to copy another guy and you're trying to one-up him instead of doing your own thing, then you're not going to get any points in my book.
16 athletes have been narrowed down to 8, all vying for a spot in the semi-finals. In the first quarter-final, China's Boyang Chen was up against South Korea's Youn Lim.
Oh, huge Ironman flip to split.
Boyang impressed the judges with his technical tricks, but it was Youn who came out on top thanks to his board-breaking prowess.
A very, very clean kick forward.
Next up, it was a battle of hometown heroes. Sumin Kim and Shin both showed off their strong Taekwondo techniques. Sumin impressed with high-flying acrobatic board breaks, but it wasn't enough to match Chul's flawless execution, even when blindfolded. The next matchup saw Woojin Choi take on fellow South Korean Jong Shin. Jong pulled out his signature move to take overall victory.
Oh! Hurricane kick.
The last quarter-final was a battle of 2 Americans, Payne and the youngest contestant, 16-year-old Danny Etkin. Danny showed us why he's a multiple martial arts world champion. But Bailey proved he had the tricks as well as the kicks, executing a double backflip board break to move on.
Oh my goodness.
With Bailey securing the last spot in the semi-finals, he would be joining 3 Korean martial arts stars. One man who's excited to make his return to the main stage is local legend Shin.
오랫동안 기다린 연인을 만나는 듯한 느낌이 드네요. 그만큼 간절했다는 거겠죠?
With 25 years of Taekwondo experience, Chul is a martial arts veteran who is no stranger to kick it.
2013년부터 시작해서 2015년까지 전 단계를 밟아갔다고 생각을 해요. 2014년에는 최선을 다했지만 좀 안타깝게 떨어졌고 2014년에는 3위를 했고 2015년에 우승을 노리고 대회를 참가를 했지만 안타깝게 부상으로 참가를 못했잖아요. 그래서 2016년도에는 우승을 목표로 열심히 준비를 하고 있습니다.
Having recently celebrated his 30th birthday, Min-chul is 14 years older than this year's youngest competitor, but that is not going to deter him.
우선 나이가 어린 참가자들은 육체적으로 굉장히 발달이 돼 있다고 생각을 합니다. 그래서 저보다 운동신경이 굉장히 뛰어나고 잘하는 선수들이 많을 수도 있어요. 그런데 영화나 옛날 이야기를 들어보면 무림의 고수, 진짜 어떤 무술의 극에 달한 사람들은 결국은 나이를 먹으면서 내공을 쌓은 사람들이잖아요. 저는 결국은 나이를 먹은 트리커나 태권도인 마찬가지로 내공을 쌓았다고 생각을 합니다. 이런 육체적인 스킬과 기술 면에서는 제가 못 따라갈 수 있지만 정신적인 내공으로서는 확실히 다르다는 것을 보여줄 수 있기 때문에 나이가 더 먹어간다는 건 그만큼 깊이의 발차기를 보여줄 수 있다는 뜻으로 저는 생각합니다.
Min-chul trains for a staggering 8 hours a day, but it's not all in the gym.
다른 선수들과 마찬가지로 기본기는 확실히 충실히 했고요. 저만의 다른 연습 방법이 있다면, 특별한 연습 방법이 있다면 저는 항상 운동을 어떤 기술을 시도하기 전에 눈을 감고 레드불킥잇 그 대회장을 그립니다. 머릿속으로. 그다음에 관중들을 그리고 심사위원님들을 세워놓고 그렇게 해서 대회 분위기를 온몸으로 받아들여요. 그 다음에 기술을 했을 때 그 긴장감과 그 압박감은 대회 이상으로 느껴질 때가 많거든요. 그런 이미지 트레이닝을 굉장히 많이 하는 편입니다. 그렇게 해서 특별한 저의 연습 방법이 완성이 된 것 같네요.
Aside from the mental and physical preparation, Min-chul is armed with a strategy he believes will win the competition this year.
1라운드를 기점으로 봤을 때는 제가 세계에서 저만 할 수 있다고 느끼는 양쪽 기술을 전부 보여드릴 생각입니다. 그러니까 한쪽으로만 하는 기술은 누구나 다 하잖아요. 근데 저만의 특별한 양쪽으로 다 할 수 있는 기술은 저밖에 없다고 느끼기 때문에 그게 좀 특별한 틀이라고 생각을 하고 격파는 제가 준비한 비밀 병기들이 몇 개 있습니다. 그거는 말로 설명할 수가 없으니까 대회 때 보여드리겠습니다. 솔직히 우승을 했다라는 기분을 제가 머릿속으로 굉장히 많이 생각을 하고 있어요. 16강부터 시작해서 결승까지 머릿속에서 수천 번 넘게 시뮬레이션을 하고 있거든요. 그래서 우승했을 때의 기분을 말로 표현하자면은 그냥 울고 싶을 정도로 기쁠 것 같습니다. 이 말밖에는 표현이 안 될 것 같아요.
Min-chul is one step closer to his goal as he takes on Youn Lim in the first semi-final.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the semifinals. We're down to our top 4 competitors of the RedBullKickIt Championship. We got 2 local Taekwondo hometown heroes battling it out to make it to the finals. Looks like Min-chul's really mixing things up with his combinations this year. As you'll see, a lot of competitors take a very traditional route with their combination choice. You'll see lots of kicks with setup tricks into a bigger move. Min-chul mixing up a little bit of groundwork moves, stopping and pausing to kind of pose and let the judges know, hey, there's some style, check me out. Right now going the opposite direction and then bringing it back to his good side, showing that he has a little bit of ambidexterity in both his skills as well as his kicking. Looks like his opponent tries to counter that by doing a full twist snapu or a full twist with a kick and another full twist. And right now it comes down to a battle of who wants it more in the final 10 seconds. The judges definitely do reward Min-chul. He is able to take home round 1.
With Min-chul taking round 1, round 2 was all about board breaking.
And you've got to wonder if these guys have board breaks that they've saved strategically for this late in the battles, or if they're going to have to redo some of the ones that they've already done previously. Now, if that's the case, I personally may not score them as high if I'm a judge. So we see a very cleanly executed cork with a roundhouse kick at the end. Looks like he's setting up another round off move. Goes for a kick full twist. And it looks like he goes for the full twist hyper again. Again, very high level tricks, executed very cleanly. He's 3 for 3 on the board breaks. However, the judges have definitely seen those breaks before, not only from him, but from other competitors, and it's gonna come down to whether they're kind of looking for something new at this point, or they're just gonna take clean execution into account. As Chul gets ready to take this stage now, I gotta wonder if that strategy is playing into his head, whether or not he's gonna try some new board breaks right now, or since he saw his competitor do some other ones that he has before, if he'll just stick to some standard ones and stay safe for the next round. Looks like he goes for a cheat 9, hook, touchdown raise, box cutter. Let's see what happens. Goes for a huge kick full. Wow, and if I'm reading this correctly, it actually looks like we have another tie. It looks like we have 2 judges for the red side, 2 for the blue side, and 1 judge that was absolutely torn down the middle on a draw.
With 1 round each, it came down to a final tiebreaker, meaning Youn had one last chance to win over the judges. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't enough, and Chul's performance earned him a spot in the final. Next up, it's Youn Shin versus Payne.
We got 2 contrasting styles here right now. We got Crazy Dragon, an expert in Taekwondo, Payne, an expert in tumbling. But he is not intimidated by this competition as we've seen so far. He is ready to take on the heavy kickers and just utilize his own style and strengths to his advantages. We see Crazy Dragon execute a very clean 3-hit combo, a little bit of a hand touch on that hyper hook. We'll see if that affects him. Bailey answers back with a hyper hook of his own. Goes straight into a wrap through, swing through double cork. As you can see right now, a little bit of strategy being played. Youn does not want Bailey to steal this, so he's trying to edge it out by constantly doing moves to push Bailey's cardio. Bailey tries to answer back right now with a combo of his own and lands on both feet strong. Got another close battle going on here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to come down to the judges and preference again. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Payne has edged out round 1 again. Right now, he has the advantage heading into round 2, and it looks like he's going to force his opponent to go first while he catches his breath. Crazy Dragon needs to win this 2nd round in order to force the 3rd round, which will break the tie. That time he executes it flawlessly by executing a double 900, basically 2 round kicks with a rotation in between, and still kicking with the right foot before landing on that left landing leg. Looks like he's setting up another combination here. Looks like he goes for a variant of the Hurricane Kick or a Chi 1080 variant, or he kicked on the last kick for a B-twist snapu. Very insanely difficult high-level trick. We're gonna have to see what Bailey has in store for these board breaks in round 2. Payne is taking the stage to try to execute his board breaks. If he's able to win this, he goes straight on to the next round. He will not even have to execute a round 3. He'll save his energy. Wow. As you can see, Bailey went for something still difficult, but also very safe, so to speak, within his wheelhouse of tricks. Oh, and we see just a slight miss from Bailey right there as he resets himself. He was going for a full twist snapu or a full kick full, as we've seen some other competitors. And looks like he's just a little bit short. He may need a little bit of adjustment. Wow. And unfortunately, it looks like Bailey has not hit this board. He's just gonna pass and save his energy for the 3rd round.
3, 2, 1.
As expected, Youn is able to edge it out in the board breaking round 2. It's gonna come down to round 3 right now. Bailey Payne starting things off. Looks like he's going to try to go for a really long combination. Wow. Now that may be too difficult for the average viewer at home to see what happened there, but he definitely executed a double full swing through cork snapu, which is essentially a move with 2 twists, landing on 1 foot, and then executing another move with 2 twists that even had a stall in the middle. And it looks like the Crazy Dragon saw that and is going to try to counter this with a board break of his own. And it looks like he breaks 2 out of 3 boards and goes into a combination to show that he can not only do a high-level break, but that was just the start of his combo, ending things off with a double B twist. I'll have to see what the judges think. And as we see these replays of the Crazy Dragon executing a hurricane kick straight into a double B twist. Now that's a combination that would be hard enough without any boards in play. 2 to the red side, 2 to the blue side, 1 tie, which would mean that we are split down the center again. This means that Bailey and Young-hoon will have to pull out 1 more pass or 1 more combination board break in order to move on to the finals. Bailey starting things off with a tornado swing through, and it looks like he's going to catch a bunch of swing throughs there. That was absolutely incredible. I'm going to wait to see the replay because he actually nailed some transitions in there that have not been seen yet today. It looked like he did a couple of moves in the middle there that if the judges pick up on those little intricacies, he may be able to edge it out simply because of how technically difficult that was. It's going to be hard to beat. And as Young-hoon takes the stage for his tiebreaker, it looks like, again, he's going back to his go-to signature, hurricane kick board break. Little different variation there. Ending things with a B-twist snapu instead of a double B-twist on this round. Definitely adding a little bit of variance, even though the setup looked very similar in the beginning. Obviously, to the average viewer outside, you may not recognize the difference, but again, we have 5 expert judges on our panel this afternoon, and that's why they're here. I have no idea which direction this is going to go, but again, this is now in the hands of our 5 expert judges to determine who is moving on to the finals against Mr. Shin. The judges are going to reward Young-hoon Shin with the win, who will be headed into the finals against another hometown hero, Mr. Shin himself. This is going to be an epic finals, ladies and gentlemen.
With Young-hoon Shin through to the final, he's hoping to go 1 better than last year when he came 2nd.
작년에 2등 했을 때 아쉬웠어요. 마지막에 실수만 안 했어도 1등을 할 수 있었는데 2등을 해서 좀 아쉽긴 했는데 그래도 2등을 한 거에 대한 기분은 엄청 좋았고요. 이제 내년에는 1등을 할 수 있을 거라는 자신감이 생겼어요.
Known as the Crazy Dragon, Young-hoon has more than a decade of tricking experience and 5 years in Taekwondo. And with defending Kick-It champion Jacob Pinto out of contention, Young-hoon has his eye on the prize, but he knows it won't be easy.
올해는 제이콥 핀토가 부상 중이어서 출전하지 못했어요. 근데 이제 대신 그 제이콥 핀토만큼 잘하는 친구도 해외에서 많이 왔거든요. 근데 제가 준비한 게 많지 않아서 이길 수 있을지는 없을지는 모르겠지만 그래도 이제 자신감을 가지고 최선을 다할 자신감은 있습니다.
So, will we see any new tricks from Young-hoon this year?
이번 연도에 부상하고 부상도 생기고 그다음에 영화 촬영 때문에 또 이제 영화 촬영에도 많이 시간을 뺏기다 보니까 이제 킥잇에 대해서 준비를 많이 못했어요. 그래서 그냥 최고의 컨디션을 가지고 작년에 한 것보다만 더 잘하자라는 생각을 가지고 임하고 있습니다. 최고일 것 같아요. 작년부터 뭔가 될 수 있을 것 같은 느낌이 많이 들었었는데 이제 그 느낌이 계속 이어지고 있긴 하거든요. 그래서 이번 연도에 우승을 하면은 인생에서 최고의 전환점? 뭔가 더 새롭게 인생을 시작할 수 있는 기회가 될 것 같아요.
With Youn Shin up against Chul Shin, the final was a battle of hometown heroes.
자, 매번 대회
Both of them have competed in Red Bull Kick-It competitions in the past, so let's see what they bring to the table in an attempt to bring the title back home here to Seoul.
Minchul is very, very focused right now. Crazy Dragon taking a moment too.
자, 두 선수 악수 한번 하고 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 결승전인 만큼 자, 천생연분 좋습니다. 바로 가보도록 하겠습니다.
And with that hug, we are starting off the finals of the 2016 Red Bull Kick-It. Youn Shin, the Crazy Dragon, starting off with a huge combo, ending with a snap and swipe there. Leading into his opponent, Chul Shin, going with a 1260 variation in the middle. Oh, Chul mixing up things with a little bit of style, adding in a flare right there before ending with another clean kick. And as you alluded to, Jacob, Crazy Dragon seems to have saved a couple of things. In the competition so far, we've only seen Chul use some groundwork, but it looks like Youn is trying to combat and battle that right now by adding some groundworks of his own.
Oh, and a double B twist. Oh, very nice jackknife.
자, 이제 남은 시간은 10초입니다.
Again, we're seeing these guys pace themselves, also dealing with a little bit of fatigue. They've gone multiple rounds to get to this point. Chul starting things off with a standing multiple flash kick, going into another combo to land. Oh, see Young attempts to go for a double full variation. What was he going for there, Jacob?
He was going for, I would think it was a full double leg hook.
And as we await the results of the first round in the freestyle tricking round, looks like it is going to be awarded to Chul Shin, who is 1 round away from taking home the victory after sitting on the sidelines last year due to injury. A lot of pressure right now on the Crazy Dragon as he needs to win this round in order to send it into the 3rd round tiebreaker. Crazy Dragon setting up his first board breaks. Let's see what he has in store. It looks like another triple board setup in the beginning, which we've seen from him.
갑니다.
Whoa.
Looks like he successfully lands a hurricane kick, but has a little bit of a slip up. It looked like he tried to combo the last board break and just wasn't able to land smoothly. He's gonna reassess his strategy here and break it up into individual breaks. Looks like he goes for the same combo. Looked like a little bit of a risk there, Jacob.
Yeah.
I know that he really wanted to land that combination, but a slip up like that in round 2, being down 1 round already, is definitely going to be a little difficult for him. He's got to hope that Chul misses some of his boards right now, otherwise this should be an easy victory for him. Right now, all eyes are on our next competitor is about to take the stage. He's leading this final battle right now 1-0 after winning the first round. If he can win this round right here, he takes home the title and is crowned as the winner of this year's competition.
자, 갑니다.
Wow, that was a very unique break. It looked like he tried to break 3 boards off of 1 cork variation, something we haven't really seen today. He does have a little bit of room for error after seeing his opponent fall and miss his board on the last one, although I know that he wants to just nail this and seal the victory.
Oh, a very high kick full.
Absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of round 2 of this final battle. Based upon the judge's decision right now, we either know our champion for this year or we will move on to round 3, which will determine who wins based on breaking that tie. And ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 Red Bull Kick-It champion is Mr. Chul Shin from right here in Seoul, South Korea.
After a return from injury, Chul put in a flawless performance to be crowned this year's Kick-It winner. Congratulations to runner-up Youn Shin and Payne, who rounded out the podium. It's been an epic contest full of intense battles that saw tricking and board breaking reach all new heights. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, it's goodbye.